There it is. There's the silence combo. Counter sweep by Pepper. What a combo from Chili Mountain Academy, and Stukov is sent away. Zadie does pop the Tranquility, and Thrall goes down. Chili Mountain Academy looking to turn this thing around. They may be able to chase out and get a couple more kills. Zadie taken out as well. What a defense there from 30k Blue. Gets fully body blocked, has the Dwarf Toss out, but is going to fall. That's a triple kill for 30k Blue. Can't censorship. Oh, they're not done. Elhaim going to be pushed back. The double root is out. Oh, and Thrall is taken down. He comes out. This could be it for Whitemane. That's a staggered triple and can't censorship. They might just be going for the win right now. So Luna picking up the kill onto Tychus. It's a 3-for-1 for Storm Esports Academy. Stepping to the side, and Rhett with nowhere to go is going to fall. Great turnaround kill from Storm Esports Academy. Hello and welcome back to the Heroes Challenger Invitational. I am the Crushinator, and I am bringing you this third match of the night between ReGen and Phoenix Rising Esports. Going to be a good one. These are our two new expansion teams into the HCI, which are going to be a part of next time's intro, I promise. Looking forward to making it. Yeah, it's the first video was a cool project. I'm excited to be able to add more clips, more new clips, and more teams to the next one. So that's my project for this coming week, to get our new teams in there. But we won't have to wait a whole week to see them. We get to see them right now as our draft is up and underway. I'll let you know about the map bans. ReGen banned out Alterac Pass and Towers of Doom. Phoenix Rising banning away Braxis Holdout and Tomb of the Spider Queen. And as you see, we are going to Dragonshire for game number 1, where ReGen does have first pick. See if the draft meta remains the same between these two squads. There's been a lot of Dahaka. There's been a lot of bruisers rolling around in these games. We'll see if they pick up the slack here, if maybe we see some extra Tyrande, maybe some Morales running on through these comps. Time can only tell. Stukov continues to be first ban material, though. Zeratul actually taken off the board here by Phoenix Rising. Interesting setup there. Zeratul does do some work here on Dragonshire, to be sure. Being the roaming map that it is, Zeratul can definitely help out with that. Brightwing going to be the ban from ReGen. So those two, those healers are still on high priority in these drafts. Your Stukovs, your Brightwings, your Lucios, your Malfurions even. Just very, very versatile. Can do a lot of things and can do a lot of things with a very high amount of power. Phoenix Rising Esports going to ban out the Zagara. How often have you got to say the Zagara received a first round ban in a competitive setting? Man. Altanian bringing in the Dahaka. The monstrous dinosaur has been putting in work today. ReGen going to try it out here. Phoenix Rising considering their counters. What do you do against a dinosaur that never dies? Just lives forever and terrorizes New York? I don't know. Gonna start with a Hogger. Bit of a dinosaur in his own right. Split 2 ends gonna bring in the Blaze here for Phoenix Rising. I'm guessing that's a tank Blaze, and we're going to see Hogger up in the top lane, or at least a rotating Blaze. Hogger should still be fine into Dahaka, though I think Dahaka's health is probably going to end up being a lot higher than it would have been pre-patch in that matchup. Splash bringing in the Lucio here for ReGen, and Albatox locking in the Tychus. That's definitely going to make Hogger's job a little bit more difficult. Not allow Blaze to hang out in that front line for as long. Excuse me, got a catch in my throat. Phoenix Rising considering their next ban here with the Lucio Tychus. Interesting they're going to take Stitches off the board. I was expecting something like maybe a Diablo removed, even a Garrosh removed, to pair along with this Lucio Tychus. Interesting, interesting. ReGen, thinking about their next ban into Hogger Blaze here, going to take away the Junkrat. Junkrat still as much of a threat as ever in the bottom lane here on Dragonshire. Phoenix Rising, are they going to go with the double backline? Are they going to go with the big bruiser count? Gingy Boy starting things off here with the Hanzo. Shredded Wind going to bring the Anduin, still hiding that flex spot here for Golden. First Anduin of the day for me. Looking to possibly get the saves here versus this Dahaka. That bracket, oh, that's the Storm Division bracket. That one's not for HCI, unfortunately. Not sure if we have an... Do we have an online bracket for HCI? Goliath might know. Aragonis going to bring in the Anubarak here for ReGen, and Flyest Raven lock it in the Greymane. So pretty high kill pressure coming on through from ReGen. And it's going to be a Johanna here from Golden. Interesting setup. Okay, so definitely different styles of drafts coming out from these two teams. Got the Johanna Unstoppables, possibly. We got the Anduin Unstoppables. Hogger's got a lot of Unstoppable. And Lucio just deals out Unstoppable to everybody on the side of ReGen. So imagine the effectiveness of CC is going to be a little bit blunted here, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how these two teams clash, loading in here to Dragonshire. Here we go. Alrighty. Loading on into game number 1 of our third set. On the left in the blue, we have ReGen. Albatox is on the Tychus. Aragonis on the Anubarak. Flyest Raven playing Greymane. Splash is on the Lucio. And Altanian on the Dahaka. On the right in the red, Phoenix Rising Esports Split 2 Ends is playing
10 seconds.
Somebody. The Blaze, I believe. They're all locked in. Gingy Boy is on the... God, I can't see anybody. The Hanzo. Alfie playing Hogger. No, it's Golden on the Blaze. My God. Shredded Wind is going to be on the Anduin. That means Split 2 Ends. Get out of there on Johanna. So they made a last-second switch. Hogger able to use the Unstoppable just in time, seemingly going through the loot horde there, but making the full M escape is Alfie. Flyest Raven somehow still connecting with the Dark Flight. It looked like Alfie got out of vision, but I guess not. That's going to be Hogger going down. Flyest Raven being forced back by Split 2 Ends there. Aragonis coming on through looking for another charge. Gingy Boy manages to leap over the wall. Johanna going to be unstoppable through all that. Meanwhile, Blaze and Dahaka are actually going to be battling over here on the top side, so Hogger going to be rotating with the crew to start things off. I imagine we're going to see Hogger working on those camps. Looks like Alfie's starting things up there for Phoenix Rising. Split 2 Ends may be caught out here. Does have the Unstoppable. Oh, a little bit of a layered cooldown there between Shredded Wind and Split 2 Ends. Hogger taking a little bit of time here. Splash thinking about an invade. Looks like ReGen not going to go for it. Instead, Albatox going to go ahead and start up this camp on the left. Checking in the mid here. Flyest Raven taking a little damage. Golden being relieved on their way back to the top lane. Alfie going to get stunned there. Manages to get the Unstoppable and moves on back, though. This is what I mean. Like, there's just the Unstoppable from the main 3 frontliners of Phoenix Rising is going to get a lot done. And once Lucio hits level 10, the Unstoppable's there. Anubarak can create their own Unstoppable. It's just an unstoppable kind of game. Dahaka burrowing and moving is kind of an unstoppable. Kinda, sorta. Looks like Alfie's setting up for a bottom bruiser camp steal here. As we see ReGen able to take back the bottom shrine. Augur starting to spin here. Oh no, the camp actually reset itself. A little bit of a weirdness there. As Augur very briefly left the map and the camp instantly resetting itself. Unfortunate. ReGen gonna grab their own bruiser camp on the left-hand side. Is Augur gonna try that again with a loot horde? That'll work out a little bit better. Whoa, it almost reset again. Alright, the camp saga is complete as Blaze actually taken down in the top lane. There's the rotation from ReGen. At least we found out about that camp though, right? Look at that camp. You see that camp reset? Flyest Raven and Altanian going to go ahead and start sieging away on this top wall. Alfie going to try to get the clear here. Shredded Wind in for the help as well. Crush, you're unstoppable too. Murda. That's very nice of you to say. I was making the joke earlier that I've always been unstoppable on Artanis. Now everyone else gets to know how it feels to be unstoppable. Level 7 is actually here for ReGen. Flyest Raven. Gonna get interrupted by split 2 ends, but if we take a look at the experience, pretty far ahead on the minion soak, as well as those 2 hero kills. ReGen off to a rip-roaring start here, as split 2 ends trying to move on forward, does have the shield glare for the next interrupt. Dahaka actually taken down on the top side there. Golden and shredded, and oh my goodness, I can't believe the dragon actually channeled. I thought Phoenix Rising easily had the channel on both the top and the bottom side. But Dragon Knight is claimed here by ReGen, and they pick up that mid wall before heading on down to the bottom side. Checking out the mid here. There's the charge there from Aragonis. Not going to find the stuns, though. Nubarak will walk back to safety. It's Augur moving on through. Dragon Knight trying to deal some damage to this bottom wall as Hanzo finishes up that scatter arrow quest. Gingy Boy sent back as the dragon will be destroyed by Phoenix Rising. See how much work they can get done here, and they won't get the well. ReGen forced to back off here. Checking on the top lane, Golden, a little light on mana, but Altanian a little low on health. Is Golden going to be forced to back here? We start the camps once again. Camp clear speed a little bit better for Phoenix Rising this time. They're going to go ahead and pick that up. We'll see if we have ourselves a camp invade here. Is Alfie trying to control the mid, Aragonis saying howdy there on the triangle. But both teams do pick up their camps without too much trouble. Gingy Boy taking a chunk there. Albatok's going with that melting point on 7. Put some extra damage onto the back line. The split 2 ends could be in trouble here. Going to be saved by Shredded Wind, as that Iron Skin was already burned through. Checking on the top side here. Looks like Altanian's starting to get the better of this matchup for the meantime. Aragonis going in, finding the double stun onto Gingy Boy, but Hanzo still safe enough for now, as level 10s are now here for both sides. Altanian actually going to dig in to the bottom lane. Stun will not land. Altanian is going to get healed up from that essence, and the, oh, it's actually isolation that's picked up here by Dahaka, so we'll only see the essence healing on the side of Altanian. Otherwise, we see the Odin coming on out there from Albatok's. Alfie going in with the big Hortapult, has to unstoppable backwards. Light Bomb going to come on out. I think it went off before the falling sword could actually get on top of ReGen. This could be trouble for Golden. Somehow has the jet propulsion angle to get out, but Splash on the chase will secure the kill onto Blaze for first kill in the fight. Split 2 ends starting to move back here. Greymane was looking to get something. Oh no, Gingy Boy. Oh, the scatter arrow does not get Flyest Raven. That's going to be Augur going down. A double kill for ReGen. Could be more as, wow, somehow Split 2 ends gets on out of there. And now ReGen is looking to grab another dragon here for the blue side. Wow, I can't believe Greymane lived there and actually got to stay and help confirm a kill. Altanian moving up to the top side. Golden here as well. Can Blaze actually get onto the point in time? Yes. leaves that contested. Now Blaze can stay here for a while, but the teams are rotating. Splash coming on up. We'll see split two ends. Alfie here as well, and we've got ourselves a 3-on-3. And Uberak coming to join the party as well. Anduin and Hanzo on the way as Greymane is working on a camp right now. Golden taking a lot of damage, has to pop the bunker. There's the Dragon Arrow coming out from Gingy Boy. Golden has to back up here. Johanna is caught in the cocoon of Anubarak. Split two ends has the light bomb, gonna land onto two. Altanian takes a lot of damage, but burrows underground. The turnaround onto Golden is there. It's actually gonna be Anubarak going down here. ReGen being forced to back away as Alfie, very healthy on this chase, gets the favorable spin. Oh, and Albatox does not get pinned on the wall, and Tychus is gonna survive. So the turnaround kill. Meanwhile, though, Greymane just happily picks up a dragon there in the mid and takes out the mid fort. So the kill is made, but the map pressure is lost here by Phoenix Rising. We'll see what they can deal with this dragon, because it's going to be a long way home for Greymane. Going to get the one breath out. Bottom lane fort is still standing. So Greymane should be okay to get away here. They'll take a lot of damage, though, before reaching the mid lane mark. Greymane actually barely manages to get back to the wall, considering that position. Some good damage coming on out from Phoenix Rising. Over here on the top side, ReGen looking to push through this top fort, but will be met by Golden and Shredded Wind. Hanzo coming on up here as well as split two ends on that Johanna. The rotations have been very strong from our teams here. Threatening all sides of the map, making sure it's not just the game of, you know, the solo laners stay in the top lane, everyone else stays in the mid bot, and nobody moves to the other side of the map. That's not how these players play. They rotate, they look for advantages, and they squeeze out every bit of value that they can. Flyest Raven, trying to get the camp steal here. Staying off vision for now. Holding it for a moment, wants to line it up with this advancing siege camp, if at all possible. And allow the rest of the team to come on down and defend this camp. ReGen gonna start to move on forward here, clear away the siege camp of Phoenix Rising. So we've got ourselves a double camp push now for ReGen. Gingy Boy avoiding the stun as Shredded Wind has to hit the Leap of Faith for the save. Odin gonna come on out here, and ReGen wants this bottom wall down. Dahaka and Blaze continue to battle on the top side as Alfie going right in there to try to move up and get the clear. Unstoppable on the wrong side of things. There's the Cursed Bullet actually going to land, and Alfie going to be taken out. Nice follow-up there from ReGen, and all of a sudden it's going to be Anduin falling as well. ReGen, I was thinking about just getting this wall down. Now they might be thinking about a keep. Dahaka did dig on down, so it is 5v3 down here in the bottom lane. The drag is going to land there. Follow-up stun from Blaze is going to allow split two ends to back off, but the bunker going to be forced out. Dahaka is actually taken down on the defense. 3v5 defense from Phoenix Rising. They don't save the keep here. Blaze continuing to go in. Golden using that new habits on one to get unstoppable. Aragonis in trouble. Anubarak is down. Hogger and Anduin are on the way back. Flyest Raven on less than 50 health. Split two ends somehow able to survive. That's Greymane going down. A 3v5 defense turns into 3 kills for Phoenix Rising. Alfie's not done either, using the spin to go on through, but oh no, turning around with the minigun is Albatox, so that's going to be Hogger going down. Splash trying to create space, and Albatox looks like he's going to get away. Wow, what a back and forth down there in the bottom lane. Hogger headed up to the top side here. Or Blaze headed up to the top side, I should say, to deal with the Haka. The rest of the team was hoping for a quick dragon there, but going to have to rotate on through to help grab this shrine back. Unstoppable is here. The full tunneling claws from Altanian comes on out to get Dahaka on out of there. Johanna put into the cocoon. Blaze going to have to drop the bunker as well as Golden moves back to safety. Drag not going to land onto Johanna. Split two ends jumps into the bunker. Looking to convert this top shrine. Once again, Flyest Raven has split off here to try to grab the bottom shrine. The rest of ReGen hanging out in the mid, making sure there's no quick dragon capture. Aragonis can actually go ahead and start the Bruiser camp, as Flyest Raven has converted the bottom shrine. Splash looking to interrupt rotations here. Golden is actually going to scout this out. Could we see a move over the wall here from Phoenix Rising? They're starting to move around. Golden not going to get the connection there onto Aragonis. Odin popped by Albatox to try to scoot on out of there. Alfie trying to stay on the point here, but it's going to be Albatox turning it over here for ReGen. Now they're fighting over top of this wall. Alfie moves ahead with that Ortapult, but now they're caught in a pretty precarious position here. ReGen moving forward. We do have a Dragonite that was actually picked up in the middle of that. Once again, Flyest Raven just doing all the map macro and all the objective work here for ReGen. Now they're going to be moving onto this mid wall. It's been very impressive how ReGen has been able to keep up with these 5-player invades from Phoenix Rising while Greymane is away. Greymane's off getting the bottom shrine, Greymane's off getting the Dragon Knight capture, and the fights have still been fairly even in those situations. Mid-keep, definitely in trouble here, about to go down. Phoenix Rising now well ahead in structures as we see the well taken down. Get that? Well, they're well ahead. Nice job, ReGen. Moving up to the top side, Aragonis looking for Golden here. Blaze gonna get dismounted. The rest of the team sort of getting cut off there, though, by split 2 ends. The Dragon is about to expire, has to back off here. Unstoppable popped by Blaze. There's the light bomb inside the bunker. The Dragon Arrow is not gonna land here. Greymane's so low, Flyest Raven trying to get on out of there, chased down and taken down, but traded out for Johanna. Gingy Boy and Shredded Wind all of a sudden in a little bit of trouble here. Alfie flies on in with that Hortapult, looking for the stun. Unstoppable leap of faith onto Golden, but Aragonis with the double stun there. Follow up onto Gingy Boy. Somehow Blaze still alive, finally goes down. 2 for 1 here for ReGen so far. They're a little bit, they're ailing a little bit here. Splash is working on pumping it up to heal up a Nubarak. Aragonis thinking about a camp invade. Going straight in is actually going to find Gingy Boy with the Impale knockup. Popped back by Lucio, but oh no, it's actually a Nubarak that's going to go down. Phoenix Rising is trying to turn this around, but Hanzo falls. Alfie going to go down as well. Oh, they almost pulled off the odd number defense once again, but this time ReGen was ready for him and pick up 2 extra kills. I don't think this is a game ender. No. They didn't have the damage. With Greymane down and the 2 heroes coming back from Phoenix Rising, they couldn't have gone core there. They're going to go ahead and pick up some camps. I'm surprised they're not trying to go for the triple here. They're going to grab the forward camp first. I thought they might have just gone for the trifecta here. But they're doing it a little bit backwards. A little bit, I mean, it's a little bit less greedy. The problem with the trifecta is if Phoenix Rising jumps on it and grabs this first, you lose your extra bit. They'll still have a kind of a double camp pushing through the bottom side. Looks like they're not going to try to end with the camp push. They're going to just go ahead and play the objective again here. Albatox working on the bottom shrine. See Phoenix Rising trying to control the mid here. Bullseye stuns now available. Uh-oh, big flank coming in from Flyest Raven, looking for Gingy Boy on the backside. Curse Bullet is not going to land here. Aragonis going in, trying to find Shredded Wind. Can Anduin get away? No, Anduin is going to go down here as the Heaven's Fury bolts of split 2 ends could not get the healing off in time. We're going to see another dragon go over to ReGen here as Tahaka grabs the channel. Nubarak in some trouble on the edge, though. Nubarak is actually going to go down here. I don't think the dragon can just go end, but the core shielding is down. This camp has worked on that. Dragonite going to get the kick there onto Gingy Boy. They might try to end anyway. Greymane is walking up here. They're going to try it. They've got the Odin available. They've got the Greymane. No control from Hogger in the backline. They're just going to stop, auto attack, and focus down this Hogger. Core down to 78%. Dragon's still at half health here. I think this is going to be it. ReGen coming up strong here on Dragonshire. Very nicely played. GG. Marlo wants me to work on my Bowser laugh. It's a tough one. Because there's the low end. It's like, but there's like a growl in it. It's a tough one to do. Albatox leading the way on that Tychus damage for Regens. Nearly 74,000. Nicely done there by Albatox. Gingy Boy and the Hanzo leading the way on the damage there for Phoenix Rising. And that was an entertaining Dragonshire. That was very back and forth. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, Regen, Flyest Raven actually just being able to break off and the rest of the team just not straight up fall in a 4v5 was an impressive bit of macro play there for Regen. Nice job picking up those dragons and pushing forward for the win. Take a quick look at the talent screen. Update the scoreboard. And we'll see if we can get ourselves a map for game number 2. Alrighty. We'll see if the lobby link comes on through. It will be up to Phoenix Rising whether they want first or map pick. Take a quick look at the talent, see if there's anything super out of the ordinary. We did see in the rhythm there for Tychus. We have been starting to see some Master Assassin in a couple of CCL games, mostly to get some auto attack speed on the Odin. Which is, you know, depending on your team comp, that's fine, it's doable. Did see the Sizzlin attacks as well. Nubrak, of course, going for the rewind on 20. How can you not? So we got Tissue Regen for Dahaka, Hero Stalker, Feeding Frenzy, Isolation, Primal Rage. Everything looking pretty normal, pretty old school for the Dahaka build. So Altanian not deviating too much there. Did see that Falling Sword and Heaven's Fury there for split 2 ends. Hanzo going for the explosive arrows along with the other scatter arrow cooldowns, and then followed by the piercing arrows on 16. I actually saw Incinerator gauntlets from Blaze needing a little bit of extra wave clear to deal with Dahaka there in the top lane. Makes sense, makes sense. Alrighty, no lobby just yet. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break while we wait for that lobby. I'm going to go refill my water because I've had a little bit of a catch in my throat. And we'll be back soon, okay? Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back to the Heroes Challenger Invitational. Hope you're having an excellent evening here. We're getting set up for game number 2 of ReGen versus Phoenix Rising Esports. I've got my new water ready to cast this here game. Looks like we're headed to Infernal Shrines here for game number 2. Phoenix Rising choosing map, giving first pick over to ReGen for this set. Interested to see if we're going to see a Dahaka ban. It's tough. Like you've got your healer sets to worry about. Is there room for a Dahaka ban? Dahaka's been just laying waste, man. Dahaka's been winning games. I think you got to make room in your ban spot. We'll see which team pulls the trigger as we're getting into our next draft. Starting has been called. Let's see if we can time it out. Damn, it was a second late. Infernal Shrines is going to be our next lobby. See if ReGen has what it takes to take it home. Phoenix Rising can fight back. ReGen will be the first to act here. I see no reason for them to ban the Dahaka. Probably see the Stukov ban once again. We'll see what the options are. Infernal Shrines could be... I mean, it should still be fine for Dahaka being able to move in on the point. Yeah, there's a lot of minions that could get in the way of a drag, but there's also minions that can get in the way of a hook, and we see Stitches here all the time. There's minions that can get in the way of Li Ming shots, and we see Li Ming here sometimes. Like, it just becomes less of a priority. There it is. Dahaka gonna make the board there. Phoenix Rising gonna go ahead and ban that out. Snippety snappy like. ReGen considering their next move here. Augur is something that can be on the board. Lucio is still up. See what they don't want to deal with here. Brightwing, another one that could definitely make their way into Infernal Shrines. We're going to see the Brightwing ban. So right now, Phoenix Rising. I imagine we're going to see a draft trade of Augur for Lucio here. I don't see Phoenix Rising banning one of those. I could see a Blaze ban. Ban the Blaze, and then say, you get Augur or Lucio. We're gonna ban the Zeratul again. Okay. I don't think Zeratul gets as much impact. Oh, an Uther first pick. ReGen's got something up their sleeve here. Aragona's gonna go ahead and lock up the Paladin. So doesn't that give Lucio and Augur over? It's gonna be Tychus Augur. It's a good pairing. I mean, you don't want Tychus against you if you're going with the Augur. And Lucio... I mean, Lucio Uther does work. But it does force a particular style upon ReGen. So this is... I think this is a fine play here from Phoenix Rising. See what ReGen has in response here. Taking Uther first is a bold stance. Uther's is very flexible. They are going to grab the Lucio, so Splash going back to the Lucio. We're going to see Flyest Raven bring the Vala as the double support main carry here. Okay. So ReGen just wants to be able to brawl forever and scale to infinity with Vala. Phoenix Rising. They got to consider probably banning out the best macro choice here for ReGen. Gonna ban the Blaze. Having an extra bunker save is also pretty nice. ReGen, they're looking at Tychus Augur. The main thing that they could possibly lose out on here is just getting bullied off the shrine. Like, I'm looking at it going like, oh, would you be worried about something like an Alexstrasza? Something like a Deckard? Ana still up and available, able to shut down healing 100%. Could we see an Ana come through here from Phoenix Rising? Let's see what their thoughts are. Next two picks here. Do they want to go into the more of the objective control? Mei does help control the objective pretty well. Mephisto is strong in these situations where the enemy isn't diving, they're just kind of creating a wall. They're not going to be able to get to... ReGen's not going to be able to get to Mephisto very easily, but a lot of Mephisto's damage will be healed off by this double healer setup. I still think it might be an Ana last pick here, and you go with the supercharged Mephisto. I'm going to bring in some... So that's the macro side. Albatox is going to grab the Urel. We're going to see Altanian on the Malthael. So that's how they're going to try to control the map. It's actually going to be the Deckard. So Deckard does have healing reduction with the Emerald Gem. And does have good zone control. So choosing that over the Ana. Okay. Let's see here. Aragonus Uther. Albatox Urel. Nope, Altanian's going over to the Lucio. Nope, they're switching back. Why do you do this? That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so ReGen's got sort of a fighting core of Uther, Lucio, Vala here, and it's going to use Urel and Malthael to create space and control the map. Whereas Phoenix Rising Esports, they've got a very, very strong objective comp right now. They're able to get on the objective and stay there pretty easily. So let's see how these two comps clash. Let's do it. On the left, in the blue, we have ReGen. Albatox is on the Urel, Aragonus on the Uther, Splash playing Lucio, Flystraven is on the Vala, and Altanian on the Malthael. On the right in the red, Phoenix Rising Esports. Golden is on that Hogger, Gingy Boy playing the Mephisto, Alfie on the Tychus, Shredded Wind playing the Deckard, and Split Two Ends is on the Mei.
2, 1. 2 arms.
Here we go. Game number 2 is underway. Hogger going with that Dynamite quest. Uther's got the W's. Vala's got the multi-shot W as well. Mephisto still considering that level 1 quest, whether it's going to be the Skull quest, possibly the Furious Spark. It is going to be that Furious Spark Lightning Nova quest. No, not quest. Just a straight-up talent there from Mephisto. As the teams will clash here. Albatox taking some big damage from Alfie to start this out. As Tychus getting some big damage with the minigun, as the rotations will continue here. Altanian putting some damage onto Golden. Malthael's a pretty good matchup for Hogger in the early going, with that percent damage and wave clear. Decent regen in the middle of the wave as well, as Alfie being chased out a little bit here. Urel is on the chase, manages to get out of the blizzard, but takes a couple of tower shots for the trouble. Right now it looks like ReGen is controlling these rotations. Gingy Boy getting some good clear. Malthael able to split off. Is that Pale Horse? Yeah, it is Pale Horse. So Altanian that much quicker in doing the double soak here for ReGen. Both teams going to go ahead and work on their mid-siege camps. Tychus dealing with the mid-soak that Malthael is throwing into the gate. And yeah, ReGen is just sort of controlling the waves very well right now. They're going to have the opportunity to work on this bottom camp. They decide, oh, why take camp when wall be better? Flystraven locked in, almost getting that cannon tower down before being forced to back off. Meanwhile, Hogger going to clear the mid. Altanian going to try to deal with this camp pressure. The splash going right in after Alfie before zooming on out of there. It's so cool to see Lucio do their thing. Just moving in there, slippity sliding around. It's hard to do. Flystraven taking some damage. Split Two Ends with the icing slow as well. Malthael able to finally get at that wave and clear it up before heading on up to the top side. It's like Flyest Raven and Aragonis going to start up this Shaman camp. I want to be starting that around the 2-minute 30 mark, so it's headed on through when the objective spawns. Overall, these teams battling pretty well here. If we take a look at the experience, basically even on minions, gonna be even on mercenaries. About as even as it gets for our two teams. We'll see who's gonna control this shrine. I touted Phoenix Rising as the superior objective control team. We'll see if that's true. Or if the team fight aspect from ReGen is just too much to handle. ReGen already jumping onto that point. Malthael and Hogger battling away with those camps in the top lane. Now, a big part of the objective control here for Phoenix Rising is going to be that Ice Wall, is going to be that Odin. Endurance of Hate very strong on the point as well. So the strength of Phoenix Rising on the point is not really until 10. We'll see what they can do here. Right now, chasing out Flyest Raven. As Albatog's working on the edge. Hogger is starting to spin here. So that will allow... Uh-oh, Hogger didn't quite get the angle right. Golden gonna have to try to set that up again. Right now, ReGen is ahead on the minions by over 10. We'll see if they can continue to bully their way onto the point here. Split two ends in the back line, trying to keep ReGen at bay. Alpha being chased out by Altanian. No, Golden in some trouble. Hogger is going to be taken out as first blood. As ReGen did find their level 7s, they're going to control this shrine and grab the first Frozen Punisher of the game. And there it is. Alfie dealing with this top wave, being pushed by Altanian. Split two ends, just going ahead and grabbing that XP in the bottom lane. Gingy Boy using the shade to bait that Punisher over the wall. Aragona stunned on the wrong side of the wall there, but still fine as the minions were soaking up those tower shots. Malthael actually taken out on the top side by Hogger and Tychus. Gingy Boy in some trouble here. Gonna shade back into the team and be taken down. So committing to the top gank was Phoenix Rising, but they lose Mephisto in the mid and could possibly lose a chunk of this mid wall. Looks like ReGen gonna go instead. Back off and try to set up a gank on the outside. No, they're going to go for the camp. Oh, I thought they were going to go for the bottom fort. Instead, they're going to go from the experience off this camp along the way. Punisher falls. ReGen's on the bottom wall. We'll see where our next objective is going to be. Walla manages to vault on out of the root range of Decker to split two ends. A little bit caught in the background here. Has to pop the trait to heal up. Gingy Boy's starting to shred into that backline a little bit. Albatog's in some trouble. Durell taken out by the grenade of Tychus. And all of a sudden, Phoenix Rising is on the chase. Flyest Raven moving on out there as the sole sustained damage dealer has to trust the healers. Move up and deal as much damage as possible. Phoenix Rising a little bit hesitant on this camp right now. Altanian has come on down. Level 10s are here for ReGen. Alfie in some trouble. Tychus going to go down. That's going to be a stack of last rites. Split two ends being chased out as well. May will fall. And ReGen, with their level 10 boost, managed to take the camp and take the kills. Continuing the pressure in the bottom lane here. Cosler going to push on in. This could be trouble for this bottom fort. Gingy Boy, uh-oh, may have shaded in the wrong place. Starting to move away here. Splash is tanking the tower damage. Aragona starting to move up, but Gingy Boy is going to be safe for now. Bottom fort not going to be so safe, though, as that Cosler camp is locked in. Gingy Boy trying to move ahead and clear it out. Actually, bottom fort is going to be saved. Nice job by Phoenix Rising. Holding onto their structure for now. Augur was thinking about taking that camp, but thinks better of it. Lucio hanging out, trying to escort this minion wave in. Gonna force split two ends to stick around for this clear. There it is. Looking for a flank here. Aragonis moving on in. The rest of the team just gonna go ahead and finish off that fort. Why not? Altanian is on the chase here, looking for Hogger, but the Hog Wild is enough to get Golden on out of there. Altanian could be in some trouble here. Warps on through. Malthael trying to escape now, will not be rooted. Gingy Boy here as well. Ooh, there comes Splash with the save. Can Altanian actually get out? The slows continue to be applied. All of a sudden now it's Golden being jumped onto. Blast rates come on out, and Hogger goes on down. Durance of Hate onto 4, though. Big roots coming on out as Alfie is chunking through. That's going to be Uther going down. Altanian is body blocked. The overkill is not going to be enough as Splash pumped it up at the last second. Albatox and Splash able to get away. It was looking like Phoenix Rising might have got 2 or 3 kills there, but they only picked up the 1, and now they have to deal with this camp pressure, while ReGen is free to jump onto the objective. This is not a good spot here for Phoenix Rising. They want to be on that objective ASAP, not dealing with the camp pressure. But being down a talent tier and being down map pressure means they're just going to have to go ahead and give up this objective. Hope to get a good defense, hope to get back on the level for experience, and take their next opportunity. Golden pushing out the bottom lane there, achieving level 13 for Phoenix Rising, which will be important on this defense. Shaman camp taken, mostly for the experience, as that'll be very quickly wiped away there by ReGen. Wall going to be chewed away there by the Mortar Punishers. The stun's actually going to land there on a split 2 ends. Alfie going to pop the Odin here for the defense. Styke is trying to clear that from range. Split 2 ends going straight into the back. It's going to be an Ice Wall. Not going to land, though. The Blizzard not going to land either. And May is running out of tools, being chased down there, pushed back by Splash. The fort still up is causing problems for ReGen. They're going to have to peel back and deal with that as the Punishers actually baited past the fort. So the Punisher are going to be able to be cleared in peace while ReGen takes the fort. Overall, I'd say that's a pretty solid defense there for Phoenix Rising. That definitely could have gone a lot worse. Split 2 ends doing a good job of knowing the limits of May and not going down there. Meanwhile, Altanian picking up this bottom camp. Splash being chased out. Hogger gonna hog wild through the corridor here. Counterstun on the split 2 ends. Has to pop the cryo freeze to stay alive. Last Rites comes out onto Golden, but Hogger gonna be just fine here. So that's Last Rites committed. Ortopult committed. Right now, ReGen thinking about level 16 as they're about halfway through level 15. Albatox jumps over the wall there, manages to get away from the stun. Good lead away by Albatox on the Urel. Now ReGen almost at level 16, Splash in the bottom lane, soaking up that minion wave. Malthael trying to grab the experience off this top wave as 16 is very, very close. Alfie looking here in the mid. Splash. It's going to actually interrupt the dash here. This could be trouble. Aragonis and crew are coming on through, but nice job by split 2 ends. May be sacrificing themselves, though. Decker going to have to hit the stay a while and listen to try to secure the retreat here. Deckard wants a root, won't find it, but the zoning looks like it's going to be enough. Icing will be getting May to safety. So having to use the Deckard ult to avoid the ganks of that 16 to 15 fight. Right now, ReGen is really controlling the map here. Altanian moves up to the top side, pushing out those waves. Golden waiting for this camp to come up. Just keeping an eye on things. Aragonis will see the rotation. And ReGen doing exactly what they need to do with this fight comp, which is control the vision and control the terms of engagement. Phoenix Rising definitely wants their level 16 before the Arcane Shrine becomes active in the bottom lane, which it will be doing, should be any second now. We'll see the 30-second timer come on up. Arlo with the tier 1 subscription. Welcome to the crew. Thank you very much for the support. As a reminder to chat, all subs and bits do go to support whichever streamer is working here on the NGS main Twitch. So if you like what we're doing, me and Arrow working the HCI, anyone who's working Storm Division here on the main channel, They go to support us, so thank you very much. Alfie taken out on the bottom lane. Great gank by ReGen. Double stun. Benediction. Last rites is going to be enough to secure the kill onto the many health bars of Mei. And a well-timed double kill by ReGen means that once again, Phoenix Rising just doesn't have the opportunity to use this point control comp on the objective. Push in the bottom lane is going to continue here from ReGen. Wall is down, still 18 seconds on Mei. It's Gingy Boy going to be knocked back there, but still casting from relative safety. Malthiel going to solo this shrine. 3v4 defense. Putting out a little bit of damage. Mephisto does do well at just putting in the harassment here. A lot of damage coming on out. Albatox has to use the absorb shield to try to heal back up here. Split two ends looking for an ice wall that will not hit here. Odin is popped in the background and Alfie is going to try to get those last hits, but the Punisher is in. Golden being forced back here. Last rites is committed, and that's going to be Mei going down. Albatox now on the chase. Could we see ReGen end the game right here? Punisher moving onto the keep, going to be baited to the mid by Golden. Nicely done, knowing that cooldown. Flyest Raven actually taking some damage there. Gingy Boy in trouble. Extra leaps from Albatox are in, and Mephisto is down. Alfie being chased out by Altanian is going to fall as well. GG's have been called. Golden going to hit the unstoppable on the core, but this keep is now going to be focused down. 40 seconds on the majority of Phoenix Rising, and this is going to be ReGen moving in for the victory. Force shielding going to be taken down. Level 20 achieved just for kicks. Golden feigning an entry there at the Hog Wild. ReGen, strong series here. Pick up the 2-0 sweep. GG. Very, very nicely done. ReGen doing what their comp was meant to do, which is go and find those fights. They use that double healer to move on up, deal a ton of damage, and just control the map in that way. What can I say? Very nicely executed. Flyest Raven on the Vala, 56,000 hero damage there. It was, I mean, the fights, such as they were, didn't actually extend that long for Vala to see those 70, 80,000. I mean, the game time was pretty short as well. But very efficient fighting coming on out from ReGen. Gingy Boy on the Mephisto, almost breaching 49,000 there. Great job by both teams, but ReGen was just the better team today. Well played, well played. Take a quick look at the talents, take a pull on the water, and we'll see if we can get an interview with ReGen. Looks like Albatox is waiting for me. Fantastic. Let's head on over. Hello, hello. I'm joined by Albatox from ReGen. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Very nicely played. A quick, well-played 2-0. Tell me about your reaction to today's patch. Did that get factored into your draft strategy? Did you feel any of the buffs or nerfs coming on through?
I personally didn't even know that there was a patch today until like an hour before game time. I was playing some games earlier, but I never noticed. I don't know, maybe just the HOTS little patch thingy just isn't good enough. But yeah, it took into factor. We wanted to pick up Dahaka. Dahaka got some pretty nice changes. You know, Burrow, you can move during Burrow level 1. His Q at 7 got a bit stacked. So we started to, you know, pick around the Dahaka on the Shire game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the Dragonshire game there was a lot of heavy rotations coming on out from both sides for sure. What's the early game like on Dragonshire right now? Because from the outside, it looks very sort of breakneck speed, both teams moving around the map looking for any advantage they can get. Is there any sort of hierarchy of things you want to get done on Dragonshire, or is it all about just reacting to what the other team's doing?
I think playing proactive is just like really good in this game because it's such a fast-paced game, and playing reactive, you lose like a lot of seconds trying to chase the enemy team. The enemy team had a Hogger, which let them be proactive on the bot camp because Hogger can just solo that by himself. So when they took that, it caught me by surprise. Um, but yeah, you're just looking to pump out camps, try to look for a pick, uh, play around the top lane, or if you can get a gank off, then you can like secure the top point for like the first, minute or two. And then you have like a lot of macro pressure on bot because you have top secured. And so that's what you're kind of look for.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, it makes sense. It seems like there's so many different things that there are going on there on Dragonshire, but focusing on those camps early and just looking for picks where you can definitely does make sense. Moving into the game 2 draft, coming in with the Uther first pick and going into the Vala Lucio. Did you expect the Lucio to actually make its way back to your side of the draft there? I was a little surprised Phoenix Rising didn't pick it up.
Yeah, we were hopeful for it. We were kind of talking beforehand about what healer besides Lucio would have been good there, expecting it to be picked up in the 2-3. But I mean, they left it open. We took it. I mean, Lucio did receive a couple of nerfs. Maybe they didn't want to play Lucio or wanted to try other things out. But yeah, we got both the healers we were looking for.
Okay, so you picked up that Vala still as strong as ever in that double healer setup. Really just was you were able to just really run the map there on Infernal Shrines. Were you expecting to, like, just looking at the drafts, it seemed like Phoenix Rising really wanted to get on the objective point and survive there with, I mean, Tychus, Mephisto, May, Deckard, all really strong at just holding an area. Was it was it a priority in the comms to try to find the picks before the objective so you didn't get in that situation? Or did you feel you could stand toe to toe on those shrines?
A little bit of both. Because Vala has a lot of range with her new 4 talent, so she could poke out and control essentially the whole shrine area with 1W.
Hmm.
Uh, Uther, can hide in bushes, take out the picks early, and then it's a 45 on objective, so we're looking for that. But also with Uther, it's really hard to just walk up straight to him, i.e. just like walking onto point. So if we get control over the point first, they'll have a harder time walking in. Especially with like Yrel and Uther, we can really control these chokes pretty well.
Okay. So the zone control was definitely not weak on your side either. Makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
we were a little bit afraid of the Tychus because we can't walk into Tychus with Uther, or else Tychus will just like shred right through anyone that
Hmm.
walks up to him. Uh, But we didn't have the problem because they were the ones walking into us.
Well, it was quite the decisive victory there in game number 2. Very well done. I guess the last thing, just on a personal note, are there any heroes from today's patch? I know you didn't get to see it until too late, but are there any new ones that you're looking to test out? Any new heroes that you think might hit the meta other than Dahaka?
I think Morales is going to be tested a lot. I saw that Morales got a bit of changes, so we'll see whether or not she's going to be seeing some more play, making her a bit more of a consistent healer. That would be cool. See the rise of Juice Pirates again.
Could very well be. Yeah, I mean, there's Morales got, I think, some more reliable save tools, which
Yeah.
was definitely a Morales issue before. So could see Morales come on through a little bit more. We'll have to see what these drafts come on through, as we've got a lot of matches in the coming weeks. We'll have to see what it's like. Um, all right. Well, Albatox, thank you so much for coming on by. Congrats on the 2-0. Any
Thank
shout
you.
outs you'd like to make before we close out here?
Shout out to the team for putting on a good show, playing our best today. The comms are very nice. Thanks to you for casting. It's really cool having people cast your games, and other games might not get people to cast them. And I think it's really cool that we have guys like you. Shout out to
My
the
pleasure.
org, ReGen for having a good management, good team. But other than that, yeah,
Awesome to hear. All right. Once again, congratulations on the 2-0 and look forward to seeing you again next week.
thank you.
All righty. ReGen with the 2-0 victory there over Phoenix Rising. Very well played. And that is going to do it for this week's Heroes Challenger Invitational. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for the subs and the support. Everyone out there watching and continuing to watch week after week. We're doing it for you. We're glad that you're here and watching this excellent amateur Heroes of the Storm content. So thanks for coming out. As for me, you're going to be able to find me right here on the NGS Twitch for the next 2 days. I've got the Storm Division Qualifier number 2 coming on through. We've got 10 teams vying for the next spot in Storm Division. So I'm going to have 2 sets for you tomorrow evening, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Thursday, I've got 2 more sets for you, the semifinals and the grand finals, starting once again at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series. As for my personal stream, when I do happen to turn it on when I'm not over here on the NGS main, you can find me twitch.tv/thecrushinator, where I'm casting as well. So make sure you come and check out all my stuff, and make sure you stay here and check out everything that NGS has to offer. Thank you all for hanging out. We're going to see you tomorrow, hopefully. And if you're here for HCI, we'll see you again next week. Bye.